ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to CodCast 101 with JD from New York. In this episode, we're exposing some boosters. Now, we're going to highlight one player in particular, and this guy, folks, let me tell you, he is the greatest Call of Duty player that I have ever seen in my entire life. This man should be on Team Optic, he should be on the FaZe Clan, he should be on Farrago. Any one of those teams would do, but this guy's skill exceeds all those MLG clans. We are talking about the AztekSoulja. Now, the AztekSoulja was reported to Treyarch and Activision, but JD's reports and JD's tweets seem to went unheard. Now, this is the most sound strategy, and there he is, his boy Decro317, his partner in crime, sitting there with the most appropriate clan tag, with that gay clan tag. Now, these guys both hail from San Francisco, California, and AztekSoulja seems to run out in the open, want to get some legit work in, but he is shot from behind because he is straight garbage. Now, obviously, Decro is running around trying to find AztekSoulja. They're trying to meet up and reconvene somewhere on this map to the point where they cannot be seen by their teammates in the enemy team. And here we see AztekSoulja running back in the back of the map behind this staircase, which seems to be a popular boosting spot. He's looking around for Decro. I don't know what is going on, but there he is, folks. There he is, just taking a shit, sitting in the corner. I don't know whether he's taking a shit or if he's rubbing one out on those barrels. We know Carrier is in an undisclosed location out in the middle of nowhere, so whatever traces of semen he does leave on those barrels will probably go unnoticed because it is an undisclosed location. There he is with the tactical insertion, folks, but obviously you know what is coming up here. Let's take a look at AztekSoulja's setup. He is running the AN-94 with Quick Draw and that ever-popular Target Finder. His score streak loadouts are as follows. He's got the Warthog, the Dogs, and the Swarm. On a wide-open map like this, this man will rack up the kills. His perks are as follows. He's got Hardline and Ghost with that Perk Greed 1 tier. He's got the Scavenger perk, and he's got Extreme Conditioning. Now, folks, I hope you are taking notes. This is the proper way to play Kill Confirmed. If you want to have a high kill-death ratio and a stellar win-loss ratio in Kill Confirmed, this is the way to do it. Now, he just called in his Warthog, which got him a 4-kill streak there, and his teammate seems to be, investigating what is going on here. And Decro seems to be killed, but AztekSoulja, and look at that, folks, that was a 6 or 7 kill streak with that Warthog, and he calls in his Dogs, and the Swarm is in the air right now. This match is pretty much over. The score is 29-19 right now in favor of the AztekSoulja's group. He's coming out pretending to do some work here while the K9 and Swarms are going to work. He's making believe he's doing some work here, collecting those tags. He is actually quite the team player, folks, if you look at his resume. We'll take a look at his after-score stats in a little bit after this match is over, but that Swarm is going to work, folks. Look at that. He's got the Dogs and the Swarm in the air, like I said. He's running around pretending he's doing some work. He's got that Target Finder attachment on the AN-94. That is a great setup. Excellent setup, folks. He's looking for his buddy Decro. I don't know where Decro went. I think he went to go rub one out in the captain's quarters or maybe behind the missile rack in the back of the map. I am not sure at this point in time, but he is looking out at the beautiful ocean. He sees some carriers off in the distance, and he is waiting for his boy Decro. I don't know what is going on, but he seems to be taking a rest here. He's putting in a hell of a lot of work, folks. So he figures he deserves a breather. He's sitting behind these barrels, licking off the semen off these barrels that his buddy Decro just rubbed one out earlier in the match. Now, he pulls out his small here, folks. I don't know why he pulled out his small. He thinks it represents his large penis, but that's not the case. This guy has a very, very small penis, to the point where girls literally laugh at him, and they just throw things at him, and look at this guy over here. This guy seems to be investigating. I don't know, his teammates know something's going on here. But if you take a look at the sidebar, folks, AztekSoulja is on a 34 kill streak. Like I said, he thinks he deserves a break. He put in a hell of a lot of work for his team to secure this victory right now. But the game is not over. If you take a look at the time, there's 5 minutes left, 39-22. Anyone entering this match seems to think that they have a chance at winning this match, but little do they know what is going on here. Decro seems to be making his way over here, but we don't know exactly where he is. We don't know where his location is on this map. Decro, I don't know what is going on. There he is. There he is. He found his boy AztekSoulja. Goes to sit in the corner of the map again to rub another one out right in front of AztekSoulja, possibly all over his back. And there he is just waiting. He's going to place his tactical insertion down any moment now. There it is. Look at that, folks. This is the proper... Look at that, folks. This guy on the other team seems to know what is going on, but if you're taking notes, guys, I hope you're watching this gameplay closely. Decro317 did not place another tactical insertion down just to cover his tracks. Now, AztekSoulja pretended like nothing was going on. He sliced him once and ran to the opposite staircase just to pretend nothing's going on so his teammate didn't find out he was boosting. Now Decro317, I don't know if he's going to make his way back over to this spot, and his team seems to be spawning down here, so he's going to take another breather. He put in a lot of work here. AztekSoulja's running out in the open. They must have communicated midway through this match to find another boosting spot, but here it is, folks. They found another boosting spot behind the missile rack, and Decro317 was just shot in the head from the hip with that AN-94 target finder, and he is going to work again. Just got another Warthog. Going to get his K9 unit any minute now, and eventually we'll get his swarm. This guy is on a 40 kill streak, folks. I do not believe it. This is the greatest gameplay I have ever seen in my entire life. This guy deserves to be on the MLG circuit alongside David Vonderhaar. David Vonderhaar, I wish I had some questions for you, pal. This guy is the greatest. I want to know why he is not on the MLG circuit, standing right next to you, competing for that COD Championship $1 million purse. 52 kill streak, folks, and the dog wanted to fucking play Frisbee there, but little to his knowledge, Decro was just killed beforehand with a knife to the throat. There he is, folks, the Swarm and the K9 unit and the Warthog all going to work. He just got another Warthog. Look at these points. Look at these confirms he's racking up. The teammates are going to work collecting those tags. They're having a field day out there, 75-27. This gameplay is about to come to an end, folks. If you enjoyed this gameplay, hit that like button and subscribe. This is the AztekSoulja. This is Decro317. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay, folks. The greatest Call of Duty players in COD history. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, folks, this is JD, signing out. You know, I don't want to take too much of your time, but it's very frustrating to me when I know Activision got back to me and my reports were heard, and I showed them the gameplay I first made on this guy, but obviously they didn't do enough to get rid of this guy, and he's just back at it again. If you see his in-game stats, he's got over 1,000 unstoppables. He's got a 5 KD. He's a Prestige Master with 3 days played. This would make him the single most greatest Call of Duty player on the history of the fucking planet. And obviously, what this tells me is that Treyarch and Activision really don't care about their customer base, the people that buy their game. Because if we're suffering already with the in-game lag and the hit detection and everything that's coming along with the game that we have absolutely no control over, when we actually have the power to report people like this to Treyarch and Activision, and yet our tweets and our videos go unheard and unwatched, it's very frustrating to a guy like me who plays fair, who plays legit, who has worked for everything he's got, all his stats, and you know, I don't want to make it a big deal because it is only a video game when it comes down to it, but it's a competitive video game where people like you and me are playing against people around the world in a competitive nature. You know, it's very frustrating. And this video I made, I just wanted to have fun with it because I just find it to be pathetic that I ran into this guy again. I wasn't in this gameplay, but the gameplay before this, I just went into his theater mode and he's just right back to boosting. I actually got thrown into a lobby with this guy mid-game and he was 30-0. He had a lodestar in the air, he had dogs running around, boosting, and I seen the name and I knew immediately what he was doing. I mean, he has his buddy here, boosting, and these guys should be fucking banned permanently. System banned them. PSN Network banned them. Something. It's not right that I have to run into these fucking clowns and you know, have my experience with your crappy game ruined. You know? And every time I run into a booster, I'm going to do this. This was all off the top of my head. This is just, a trial and error run. If you guys like this video, let me know if you want to see something like this in the future. But hopefully I run into more boosters because the bigger I become on YouTube, the more I want my voice and my videos to be heard, you know? It's just pathetic I have to go through this. But like I said, if you guys liked the video, if you guys enjoyed this codcasting boosting style, Boosters Exposed, let me know. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'm going to send this again to Treyarch. I'm gonna tell them, listen, you guys didn't do anything. I know my shit's going to go unheard again, but whatever. You know, I'm doing work on my end. It's time for Treyarch and Activision to do work on their end. Fucking ban this guy. I'm tired of this bullshit. It's bad enough I got to deal with the nonsense going on in-game that I have no control over. I have control over finding people like this, you know, on your game. Take care of it. It's not right to the rest of us for him to get swarms and dogs and just ruin games. For us, for people like us who play legit. It's not right. I'll talk to you guys later.